2025. Come and have a unique experience in Dallas, Texas.
Ago na miapete milemiakpe bemiva 32nd annual Sienna Convention le Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas. Big D. Miva yava tepe.
Aha. Sienna 2025. Mano bobo edolo. Miva midwaza. We want me at the Cornwall Friday evening. Sunday me our picnic. Me our church service. And all les zanzazata miniva.
Tata nyo play bofo nyo mi do bonsoir na mi lo. Mi do bonsoir na mi apata mi de kuku na mi be mi kro mi ape famille o valo. Mi kro mi ape famille o mi afa po Dallas da. Mi ado azan. Azalo.
Azase.
Azale kongbe.
Azale wow.
Welcome to Africulture with yours truly, Larva McAfee, aka Nicole, with my special guest, Torgbui GOYIYI of Aflawu, Gakli, Grand Lomé, where we discuss Africulture. It is all about Africulture. Let's get it started. Hello and salut everybody. Welcome to Africulture right here on Sienna TV and Chatting Wonoko right here. It is another Sunday. I welcome you for joining us today. Thank you for being here. I thank the Lord for making a way today. And we pray for his mercy and grace to be with us this afternoon. Miaton dak bina mi miawezon na Africulture ele Sienna TV ku chatting with Nicole with Troya dak bina mi be mi va mo ajikudomi mi dak bina Yehowa be plo mi va with Troya mi so enusia nuso so do alomene le Yesu Kristo ben komi egbea mi le ja Torgbui le mo ajikudomi egbea dimanche passé a mi blon ameta biobio miaku abla kudo enu a mercy mi glo ameta biobio mi discuter ameta biobio re yem glo bina ne maklo Torgbui va e mi a discuter listo normalement nous ko o la so il a sa be bio ameta parce que nkeke yo me amole so télé amole so hu amole so anyigba amole so nu bang so le koro lista diare normalement mi akobe enu keye to traditionnellement nous keye le vevere ne wa so bio ameta e mi nya be na muni amesia me be tradition amesia me be copy me amesia meta le vovovoa mi klo Torgbui de game Torgbui ba expliquer on a mi egbe alo. Donc, mi no kame ku domina me de pem lo ande ku mi wo message no mi so li anso do no wa no kame ku domi de mi le kame mi wo mi wo commentaire game amanya fike mi so alo. Merci beaucoup. Donc, mi no kame ku domi. Guys, I am saying last week when we have Mercy and Abla on a call, we discussed the diary, and then we say that when Torgbui came, when Torgbui comes, I was going to ask him to discuss some of the list of the items, because remember we were talking about people putting cars and putting TV, specific size of TV, land. Some people are putting school education, school fees and all of that on the list for diary. So that was something that we were saying. I was saying that it's just too much. So Torgbui is here to really just tell us what is the gist of the things that we are supposed to have and the meaning of them, and then we don't carry on from here. So be here. I want you to please share with everyone, those people who are not on the call, please share the links with them and send a comment. Let us know where you're joining from. So thank you very much. I'm gonna see. And also I just want to let you know that we are having issues in Togo right now. In Togo, there's a connection issues. They're cutting power like crazy. So if Torgbui is talking and then we see darkness, you know that there is they cut the power again. But for now, let's see if Torgbui is available so we can bring him in. Torgbui, mi listen konya.
Mi listen ko.
Okay, Torgbui I wanna be mi le eni ame vegilo mi nenua me eya ekem le pon fifia le frozen mi le eni ame vegi mi le mi joindre zeve alo le ko.
Oh, pour la ipo.
Okay, mi le pompo voir, me le po voir le sibe mi me le bougie quoi. Elle nuya, what do you call it? Elle est frozen. Donc, à Torgbui nous ke mi la wanyi benade. mi joare mi coupe ame vi akpata de ne mi atro do me.
Ok, machi.
Un chie kpata parce que les uns sigbe TPV quoi les uns sigbe ame venene. Donc a mi coupe kpata ne mi atro va me. Te ka le frozen, de ka mi le ponde pepe.
Ok.
Donc a izande.
Mhm.
Okay. Welcome back. As I was saying, technical issues. Torgbui is trying to reconnect. He's going to come back so that we can carry on from there. But today, like I said, I want us to talk about a few things. After we talk about the diary, the list of things that we're supposed to have to ask for a lady's hand in marriage, I want us to talk about education, how we educate our children back home. In Africa, the things that we should do and shouldn't do, the things that I believe that we should carry on in our, the things that I think it's important tradition for us to carry on, like the way we greet people, the way we deal with elders, the way we behave, the raising of our children. We're gonna touch on a few lists when Torgbui comes back. So let's just pray that Torgbui does come back and we are able to hear him. He's able to hear us so that we can carry on. But I do want to remind everybody, if you're watching me, I want to remind you, Siana 2025, it is in, Dallas, Texas this year. It is Labor Day weekend. We don't want to forget that. You just saw the commercial earlier. So those of you who have not registered, it is important for you to register right now. Get your hotel reservation. Make sure you have done that. I have registered already. I have my ticket already. So I have already booked my hotel already. So I am encouraging all of you to register for Siana 2025. Again, put it on your calendar. This is one of the convention that you do not want to miss. So keep that in mind. Let me get with Torgbui and see. For now, let me remind you of the Dallas people, what is going on, what they're doing right now. This was back in, Siana 2024 in Denver when they were already ready for you. So you know that, Dallas people are ready for you to join us. So thank you very much for keeping that in mind. And please help somebody, share this with somebody, invite somebody for Siana 2025. I know it is going to be one of the big ones. So I am looking forward to seeing you, at Dallas on Labor Day weekend, 2025. So while Torgbui is still trying to get in, hopefully the connection is not completely blocked out. I want Torgbui to discuss the list of items. I know our away tradition alone, every village has its own, list of items that they want you to bring. Like in Togo, for example, the Moba people, which is where I'm from, the Guruba people, the list that we have to bring for asking of a hand is different than people in, what do you call it? Even in the north alone, like in Kara, for example, there are different lists. And even Aneho people in the south, they have a different list. So let alone different countries, you know what I mean? So the list is different. Everyone has a different list. And the tradition is different. The day or time is different for all of them. So I want Torgbui to give us the gist of the things. He cannot pinpoint every single one, but the things that are more important, so that he can teach us in case you are going through that right now. I can see Torgbui in a green light room trying to set up. So when I see him study, I will bring him back so that we can carry on from there. So I do not want me to be putting the list out for you. I think it's appropriate for Torgbui to be giving us the list because he is one of the people who've been doing this for a very long time. He's one of the experts. This is his area. So I want him to be able to do that for us. So I can see that I think he's studying now. So let me bring Torgbui in and see, hopefully our fingers crossed and see what happens. Hello, Torgbui?
Yeah, listen, go ya.
Let's say me, Uncle. Alors, Torgbui, et nous a changé, mi doit flip. Elle est flip, et du, mi doit changer. Les kebe les doigts. Okay, guys. This is not how I want this to go today. Torgbui, elle est penchée, elle est leke, mi doit changer, mais là non, leke. Unfortunately, this is live, guys. This is what we have to do. It's live. And that's how, that's live. I can't stop it and restart over. So we just have to deal with this together because he's going and coming back and having to adjust this. So we have to bear with him. Require your guests to authenticate to ban requests. You need to require our guests to authenticate. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, we are waiting on Torgbui to set up. Hopefully the connection we did not lose power in Togo. Togo is Lomé. Hopefully we did not lose power. But as I was saying, it just never fails, guys. It never fails when we are getting this connection from Togo. It's always an issue. So I have to definitely find an alternative. I've found alternative, and I've been trying to just keep. And every time we just bring Torgbui in, something is happening. So if you're watching me, I need you. If you have any ideas, I need to know what your ideas are. If you know somebody who is really, have these things about our tradition, I want you to reach out to me so that we can bring you guys in so that we can have these chat. But I don't know why our young people, they are feeling shy about coming on air. And then some people, older people are feeling shy about coming on air and just, chatting over here. But I need you guys to, if you know some people who are expert, some people who have, the knowledge about traditions, please encourage them, reach out so that we can have this, so that I'll have enough of the resources in the US here or Europe, wherever you are, and so that we can balance it out. But every time we are having this resources from Togo, from Ghana, it is just the connection is just disappointing all the time. So it is a frustration, but I am going to keep up. I'm going to have hope. I'm going to trust that it's going to get better with these connections. So bear with us as we get Torgbui settled here. At least I see him back so that I know that, at least there's a hope that we can get him on. So I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to try and get Torgbui online one more time and see. Torgbui?
Yeah, Nicole.
Hey, Torgbui. Okay. All right. What is on, Kaka?
Good.
Okay. All right. So Torgbui,
Okay.
yeah, where's on?
Yo,
Yeah.
well, Dojilo.
Miacha le doji va doge.
Okay.
Enyo. Torgbui, donc amia jeji kon be mi le do connexion be problème amia jeji Torgbui amatati ona dogbe wa ne mi doji lo mi a commencer.
Akpekaka. Tuba ma dape eye ma tsoka fukafu na mauji kwa nyigba wala ame de mole gbe fen keke nchi be mi ga imigbo ti kokwe na ibe nko. Me tugba ma ano Torgbui ganji jolly au no de tu wolia le enonye daga ba fonu emi acho bubugare na mia be fefiaga togbi agokoli enelia ine okata pe togo fia okata be zime no la cho sudi kaka inor togbe na togo dukwa banungo no la okata ye miawe doctor ga chachu le America banigba me dekwe ko Siana TV pe board of directors so plebe dola okata na wa ahwe ke chatiwi Nicole amene blom emergency Siana TV a cho akpe manya glo ne plebe family akenkem lo bedogbe na musiame ajato akpayoto amedogbe na musiamlo pe
Akpe togbe mi hogbe no keke mi hogbe no mi dakpe no chan owe zon kaka mi dakpe do we java odo we java fiominu owe le ja enu ko pota ne la pedo mi anti ne mia continue mi ave enu a tradition mi ave enu ahwebe no wa ne mi gbabu yo wa donc mi dakpe no parce que ole wonu ya o so agbe o so le wonu ya fifi edidi omle o busy vo omle busy o le poor ape knowledge o so le na mi donc mi dakpe no togbi mi dakpe no togbi semaine passée mi pon poso ameta biobio mi pon poso leke le difficile na mo amo aso bio ameta parce que gale kochi et list ko nu ko be wa no lenva wa pleva o le hochi ye me promettre be na no va togbi ne mplo ne mi va e moadia e mi la bio be na de e nu kewe normalement mi do la no hlen e nu kewe le vevere parce que no la plon télé akplɔ télé akplɔ anyigba akplɔ ehun akplɔ mɔ wa munu traditionnellement munu ko le vevere o la so bio ameta won et puis on gloncha be togbi de mi la jo de la nu eni a cadeau cadeau be do la ni ave ho cadeau si be mi ne la no facile mi agbo be na oh no ja destron po aba ni cadeau ke la si o pa ça va na mi cadeau ke la si wa nu ko la temple a ça va est-ce que mi abo le ko no ça veut dire no o mi be e wan ya o da to na be no it doesn't make sense wa mi be expliquer na mi nu ke wenyi nu ko le vevere mi do no bio so wu enu ehun ku de ton pota ma expliquer le English me anglais me vide guys as I was saying earlier I was asking Torgbui, since we talked about the diary, the list of items that we're supposed to ask for a hand, I was asking Torgbui, what are the important things that we're supposed to ask? There are certain things that you're supposed to bring that have meaning when it comes to asking of a hand. So in the Bible, we know that when Abraham sent his servant to go get, Rebecca, he only gave gifts. He gave them gifts to go give to, Rebecca's parents. So it wasn't like you have to build, there wasn't a specific list. It just said that it was gift that they gave. So I was saying, Torgbui, can we make it easy so that when you marry somebody, just bring gifts. Just bring the things that you feel that you can bring. And I know Torgbui was shaking his head. He's shaking his head. That means that he doesn't agree with me. So we want to hear what Torgbui has to say about this. So Torgbui, nous keye le normal mi do la wo mnyabe en général nous keye mi le bio keye le tradition ame parce que mnyabe ewebe tradition est souvent donc à ma tati au Torgbui elle est différent elle est vovo nous ka mi se mi la renva le vovo donc à Torgbui ma so eni ano anyigba o blona le ko blona wa so you I'm giving you so mle so ni so no na afiomi to teach us, tell us what you feeling, what you think.
Akpe nyatepe onyabe nyonu keye mauto hono wo onye nutu bekpere nutoa nuposi onu manya le very cheap and very easy abale misusu me egale nutu asi alekeke aka enye milliardaire alo millionaire in the world, the whole world. Nyɔnu mele wa ne gere gbɔ wòla nya zi ɖeka be ŋutsu ya mede o. Ema ta onua enye nu kwasi na make nyɔnu tsa do ga atemple kaka makata ye ŋutsu mele si wa ibe blibo de na medena ke fio be míawo katã mi hia mianɔne ŋutsu hia ɔnu hã hia ŋutsu be miaba gbe na te ade de biblia ma wo gblɔ be wonye helpmate kpeɖeŋutɔ na wo nɔnɔewo na biblia eyɔe nye ma le susu ya ta megblɔ nɛ be eke ye Mawu wɔ nyɔnu na ŋutsu ne mi xɔ biblia be nya dzi sea ye mi xɔe kɔ dem be le mea nu yi ke nenye nu vevi na ŋutsua ye Mawu sɔ wɔ nyɔnu ke fiɔ be Mawu de ŋutsu be nutsinu agbetɔ be ŋutsinu Mawu opere ŋutsu le alɔme ye wòɖe be ŋutsinu sɔ wɔ nu ka yi ke fiɔ be ɔnua enu xɔasi wònye even exɔasi kakaka wòva hiã be woatsɔ ame be nutsinu atsɔ ɖɔli alo atsɔ kete enye ɖoƒe gba egbe fia tsɔ ku ɖe mía nɔvi ɖe Rebeka kple mía tɔgbia be srɔ̃ɖeɖe ŋuti bon ne egakpɔ godoa akpɔ be keye nɔnɔme aɖewo va yia wona bena ŋutsua ewɔ dɔ wu eƒe yi ke wòle be wòawɔ nyemedi be manɔ theologie mo na be cross nya alea ɖo parce que tɔtsa fia me mi le ta ne menate kɔ na amewo fiɔ be kɔta sia kɔta gbɔgblɔ sia gbɔgblɔ le woƒe nuwɔnawo mea woɖo nu yiwo hiã be woaɖe woabe viwo woabe ɔnuviwo le woadea woɖoe woxɔna très bien le mía eveawo gbɔ togbɔ be mi nye eveawo hã la nu yiwo mitsɔ wɔna leke be kɔnua abe tabianu wɔna woto vovo aŋlɔwo tɔ le vovo wɔtsiwo tɔ le vovo ʋedometɔwo tɔ le vovo likpeawo tɔ le vovovo eye eɣemiawo tɔ le vovovo ale yiwo ko mi gbe le kɔa mia be tabiabianuwoa wole vovovo ye gato vovo ne ma le ƒomewo hã la ƒome sia ƒome ɖo yi be tabiabia be nu be listewo yiwo ke ye wobiana ne ŋutsu va be yeaɖe woabe vi nyɔnu bien nu kawoe nye nu vevitɔwo yi ke nàte ŋu kpɔ le eveawo katã gbɔ kloe o nu vevitɔ yi ke nàte ŋu kpɔ le eveawo katã gbɔ kloea nu gbãtɔ yi nye na nu yi me ye woatsɔ tabianuawo ada ɖo etsa ke ye nugɔdede meva wa menɔ anyi wa wòla kpɔ kpaku kevi kple atsiɖakawo kple anyizewo yiwo ke ŋuti ŋutuvi le nu yiwo ke me woate ŋu tsɔ nu ade do ŋgɔ hafi yevu amedziɖulawo nava míaƒe anyigbawo mea eye discovery menɔ anyi be ŋgɔdede advance nu yiwo ke va fifia in the world of culture I never want to say and I will never in my life I mention the word civilization because menye yevuwoe tsɔ civilization vanami le dekɔnu me míawo le dekɔnu me hafi wova míabe dekɔnu ma yewo hã pik ŋɖewo le wotsɔ tu wo tɔwo donc le dekɔnu be nyamea enya ɖeke meli wo gbɔna be ŋkume kɔkɔ ke boŋ gamawo me ke ye ŋgɔdede le aɖaŋumɔwo me meli o la nu yiwo me xlẽ va yia enye nu yi ke mía tɔgbuiwoa wotsɔna be woalɔ nua tsɔ de me nu ka wotsɔna de nu mawo me gbãtɔe nye aha nɔna vevi ɖe ŋutɔ le tabebia ƒe nyame ye le kɔta ɖewo kura mea aha ko axɔ koa evɔ le kɔtaɖewo me. Kɔwɔla gbogbo ne wotɔ ɖe kplɔ srɔ̃wɔadzoa ava yi ta avɔ nɛ adɔ awu nɛ yina dzre ɖo yina ɖo afita eta nɛ ekpa ele kɔtaɖewo me nenema. Bon le eveawo be kɔtaɖewo mea na hava avɔ la kplɔe ɖo etablanuwo la kplɔe ɖo etoge kple ŋɔtigewo la kplɔe ɖo kɔmetaviwo la kplɔe ɖo afɔkpa la kplɔe ɖo eye dzonu deali la kplɔe ɖo kodu dzɛ ke míana be etume godi mía nɔwo be godi ke wodona tsã ke wɔna kudo avɔ dzɛ ɖe efli ɖekalea ela nɔ dzi iye nu mawoa enye nu yi ke ye wobiana wu etsãtɔ hã egame nɔna etabianu dzi o game nɔna gbɔna be ŋutsua be gayi evitɔ be gayi evinɔ be gayi in-laws be gayi tasinɔwo be gayia etsã nu mawo katã menɔna dzi o nu mexlẽ fifia ke ne nane agakpe ɖe ŋutia enye na ataba bako ne wo gblɔna be ne be vitɔa enɔ anyi ɖe akpasa me be aɖe susua ayɔ atabazi ke ema koe ganɔna dzi ha la mebɔ evitɔwo aha kpetɔwo ye nu katã megblɔ fifia evitɔ aha be akpadzi la enye ƒomeawo tɔ because aha wozanɛ na prayer aha wogazanɛ abe communion wogazanɛ abe enuteƒe kpɔkpɔ be kpeɖodzi ene enu wɔme etɔ̃ ye wozana aha na aha ya la enɔna míabe nuwo me koe míawo eve du sud eveawo tso afugonua soɖaɖu dzini kple schnapps aha wɔme etɔ̃ ma enɔna me godo eye magblɔ be míva le kpɔ nu tso dubuwo gbɔ ye míva le wɔa ye va le he bia pɔmpɔn kple ahaviviwo and the mineralswo kple dubɔnɛ kple foreign drinks mawo gbogbo tɔwa nukpɔlame gbɔ dukɔ yiwo ne tsakple mi kple keyevu amedzi ɖuɖulawo va míabe anyigba me nu yiwo tsɔ vɛ dekɔnua megbe be míasrɔ̃ nu dekɔnu ɖe mɔ be we dive into other people's culture and see what they are doing and what is good we can pick it and practice dekɔnu eɖe mɔ nenema fa ka míva tsɔ nu ɖewo le fi mawo gake egbe be nui va kea le dekɔnua ba si tɔtrɔ le ŋuti be wòsɔ kple keke yeye new era yi ke me mi le fifia la pant yi ke ye wova le ƒle fifia wotsɔe kɔ ɖɔli kafla gɔme gogodi dzɛ ke míanɔ wodona tsã fifia la ezu pant nuya all contrôléwo kple yevu menu yeye yawo to fifia elabe enui ne kea yibe nu ye wowɔna enui ne kea yibe nu ye wɔna ye ne yiyawo hã wole yiyia míanɔ trɔ ɖe ŋuti gake be woaƒle anyigba anye tabianu aƒle mɔ anye tabianu aƒle ʋu anye tabianu aƒle avion anye tabianu ya escroquerie ya me awo nu yiwo nye nu vevi tɔwoa ye nye nu yiwo ke ƒomea ɖo anyi be ɖewo yewo hã eɖi kplɔ va aƒe mea televizion kple mɔ kple numawo petea ŋutsua gbɔ ye wòle woawo srɔ̃tɔ woa enjoy gake enye agbonugla evitɔ kple srɔ̃nye míava dze television kple anyigba kple ʋubiabia is unacceptable mele míabe edekɔnua mo Eflamia be edekonwa do potiozu sodelau tafu de konu be nkome. That's number one. Number two, atem no kotade umenenema le etubuo mevo le togoa melio. Yene avala makpo va hadeke. Makpo le Togo ni manya chofia kaka kore chugbeji to me petichi na mto me akle fugonua bakpo va areke manya bele twado o le nya godala suku keye onu via dea ibeta pianu elevovo na nya onu via de elementary ye o tokya ibeta pianu elelo that the secondary school ma ibeta bien wala bobo na ko licence ibeta bien wala bobo na ko masters alo doctorate ibeta bien wala bobo voilà miao pour le Togo la bakpo le areke o yele mi agbole fe nigba me maya bakpo va areke o bi poto le mi ya ko no amada si gongon lo akwe
Okay. Enyo Torgbui. Akpe. So akpe kaka fifia obena kenyam le gbobe mi awet donc obe mbanyi gift wa mbanyi cadeau wa obe mbanyi cadeau parce que nenyi cadeau a mi ave tradition a mi le okay bu okay
aku odi it is
Odi.
berry pour
Okay.
le mot cadeau là ne cadeau va que fiobe onu idepo va ocho na cadeau
Okay.
nemi glona nutu from the tobe o ya nke ogbe popo aso
Aso
ivana mi aw masogbo efiobe omea bodo azipi
Okay.
mado kota donc onu dikenedi boji ochi ene re amadeva de gea anye vodada bemi agbolobe nui jasio I know enya ene gboa omufo gbe it's not a lie amado glone amado gbone bo bele mi ogbo we don't need anything nke mi here ekwenyi amor love ono me ne jawo to ashio kwa choeva that's not the correct way odola khana me akwa choto vovona being couples anya snotowa snon de konwa it's a ritual it's a ritual yeah it's a ritual ele more ritual than how we think it aleke miaduzo lezo me o magbona be nkejasi o choeva miaduzo no we don't do that
Okay.
yesu kroa hafi o blanu playba no so lawde dua keye o makponu keye wacho wo ritual wa ebio akpono ebio wen yo troizu iben tila playba vu
Right.
yo chocho bla iben so lawde du yo amadeka le gbogbo ple nchilame so de dia enye ritual nyam gbona be azebeyin aze witchcraft yenye so de be amade ka oji de kara amade ka oji de Burkina amade ka oji de Chad ava kpa ibe ji le Accra ava kpa ibe ji le USA ye omo ya popose de ka
Abacha
no planyachi bitukwina kobe I love you that I love you is a spirit that spirit is God incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Gaimaye Enyachima Dozireka, God the Spirit, Godhead, Edidi Yamel for Jime, Enyachima Echamel. Mystery. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
So that I love you is the presence of God. It's a spirit. A humbeni, it's like a juju. Excuse me for these strong words. It's like a juju. It's like a ze. Ya meudu. Ye azema ekudua. Elle wabeji. For better and for worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donc, Oma sana, oma dunajo, oma wakonuko. Na oma konu chokonu.
And your Torgbui nyemba don't have Torgbui. Don't have Torgbui nyemleja. Hey, okay, let me explain a little bit. So Torgbui is saying, asking of a hand and the list of items to bring for the asking of a hand, it is sacred. There are certain things specific, and when you bring certain things, they are specific to bring. And it's based off, like I say, if I'm a mobile, the list that they will give for me is different than the list that they'll give to somebody else in the next village. So everything is different. So it is important for us to know that, and it is important to stick to what is important, what is meaningful for our tradition. He's saying that the TVs and the motorcycles and the other stuff that we were saying that people put on a list, that is just, that's just camp. I'm just going to put it out there. That is not supposed to be. So we're not supposed to use that. And he did say that, yes, there are certain cultures they'll ask, we talked about this, the amount of money that you have to pay, it depends on the education of the lady, where she comes from, her background, how beautiful she is, and all of that. That is all of that is saying in Togo right now. We don't do it in Togo. We don't do it where he is. We don't do it. It's not, it doesn't matter. We shouldn't be doing that. That does not matter. But he does want us to carry on with the tradition. And as I said, can we just do it as a gift? Like Abraham just gave his servant a gift to give to, Rebecca's, parents. Torgbui is saying, if you do that, then things will be, you really just saying that you can take my daughter however you want. You just bring in whatever you want. That is not, he said, no, we can't do that. If we do that, then we are allowing the culture to die and buried. So we cannot just say whatever you want, bring. But we have to give you a list of items you bring, and you have to bring those items in order for, and it's a ritual. It's a serious ritual that is hard to do, because imagine people come from Togo, for example, and marry a white woman in America, or marry a woman in Europe, and marry a woman in Chad, or even Nigeria. We get connection all the time. So he's saying that this is a sacred connection. So you coming from Togo and you marry somebody in America, it is like you become one. You become one soul. So it's important. These traditions are very, very important for us to do. So my saying, so that means I'm not going to tell my husband to be, just bring whatever you want. So I heard that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick to, I'm going to stick to the list. But if somebody put in motorcycle, I'm gonna cross that off. I'm gonna cross that off, and I'm gonna stick on a tradition. So
really?
Anybody, whoever is gonna ask for my hand, unfortunately, I cannot say just bring anything anymore. You have to follow the list.
I will come there. I will be a witness.
Torgbui is going to verify. So Torgbui is going to verify and confirm that you bring everything.
Really?
So if you are interested, you are listening to Torgbui. But we will not exaggerate. It will just be the things that we need. We will not going to be putting some crazy stuff on the list. Okay. All right. So Torgbui, thank you very much for that. So we have to understand. So some of us who are saying that, the list, donc Torgbui, it goes back to the parents. So parents last say gomi, ameko vi toku vi no wachon last say gomi, bena mia follow tradition. Mia follow tradition. And ukele, mia tradition, mia emila no bio. Ne e son to an tok pobena e galesi e la son bu sokpe ya. That's different. Era etovo. Voa mia follow tradition. Parce que ne mi ve le bio nou boa, mi le bio nou kento e le vevere wa. Tradition agbe, e le buke kwe wan. So I am saying, so this goes back to the parents. So we have to focus, we have to stick to the list of items that are really meaningful for our children. Because if you're asking extra stuff that do not belong, it's not part of the tradition, that is letting our tradition die. That is killing our tradition. So we have to focus and know what it is. If we don't know, we have elders. Our Torgbui is here, he can help us for us to get our list. But it's important if you're asking for the hand of a woman, it's important that you bring those lists that are for her family. These are the lists that you're supposed to bring. That shows a respect for you, shows respect for her, shows respect for your family as well. And we keep the tradition moving. And you know, Torgbui enyare gbalo ya so pe na mi tradition be eni a ameta bi obi oku lista. Okay.
Akwabe mia jilao mia nye vodala gado nto. Na mi daje de dekonusi. Nui dekonu amagblo. Mia be ple. Nui be mia wo. Ye mia wo le dekonu ba nkome. Kemi duko. Let this word kemi duko. Kodu de dadale gbogbome beseuji. Fiye mi troko dekonu anu le mi tro dekonu abako. Le personal gain. Mianto intérêt. Yemi globe dekonu egloya. Pobe mi da esronde prade ziki gegli. Ziki keye manyon le gomenawa. Mi da esronde ziki maji.
Right.
The word of God, maunya globena de. Ne gome do pe niu wo gbande. Nuka majojwe atenwo. Ne gome pe niu blan wo kaka o gban. Nuka amajojwe agatenwo. Kefia be dukɔ tiasi amegbeto etiasi. Donc madekuku ne mia vito vino be dekɔnua inye nunya kple sidzedze kple dzena yi ke Mawu amami. Dekɔnua inye miaƒe guide.
Right.
Kele guide. Dekɔnua ele ŋkɔ na religion lo. Dekɔnu le ŋkɔ na. Donc mi mega tro kɔna mia dekɔnu kpe denu wɔna wa. Mi mega na wo le enudzroame. Hiahia. Enu kekle be ŋkɔme. Awo. Nui le be miawɔ koa esugbɔ o mesugbɔ o. The most important one yenyi be nenemae wole wɔwea. Nenema wɔnea. Nenemae mie wea. Enu me toma. Yemia nyento yi kele ponupo na ole FIA. Just coming Wednesday in 3 days time. Oli o java dia vinye de kata le bonye.
Okay.
I wish you are here.
I know.
But unfortunately,
I know. I wish I was there. I wish I would be there. Yeah.
Olava wel nye piasa me le bonye le fi. Fi me le popo. E yo kolista va. Alo yike esroto bi a lista. Makpo lista. Makpo e yo hia wu me chame. E me tso omevao tso fufu. Hangro na be e o be yi mega lamesi ola nemi loa. Miawo e ya omevare du.
Okay.
But I keep the cultural aspect and the traditional aspect.
Right.
Eleve vire. Donc akpide kwa. Ade miabe personal gains ota. Enu didi kle nya ziame ademe. Enu yi kemi chokpo miabe viadia nya de kata le. Nutu abame. Oh, anyevo. Obe amanobi de toa manya mebe keto. Como emis,
Right.
emi deso.
Right.
Ye kafu katata. Lolo enye nu hiawu le so de me. Ye ma enye ehun kemi jena. Enye kemi adodore na.
Yeah.
Gbogbo man kweto nuka lolo amu la.
Yeah.
Ne mo be o le no kata makwa ke so de pa akponuka azikpi. Akpo panda. Ikene mi avio no nyere ji a azikpi ama.
Jaglio. Yeah, c'est ça.
Wade mi so enu mebe vivi. Aha azia medeme enu jurame chodo ba foundation. I tell you and I can assure you Nyavima Kwanji Papa.
That's true.
And
Torgbui is really just saying that, we shouldn't make this tradition, we shouldn't be adding stuff to the tradition for our own benefits. The gist of it is just that, because a lot of us, when it comes to giving the list to people to ask for your child's hand, you add in stuff, personal gain. So we should not be adding things into our tradition. This is sacred tradition for our personal gain. We shouldn't be doing that, because if you do that, it is not going to end well. You shouldn't be putting, greed. We shouldn't be putting greed into these traditions. That is very, very important, to honor our ancestors, to honor where we come from. So it's important that we don't do that. We have to pay attention not to be greedy, and we cannot be adding things that are our personal gain. We cannot be subtracting things out of it for our personal gain. We just need to follow the tradition as it is, because it is very much important. Because when we do that, we are all contributing to the love and the success of this marriage. Remember, it is about these new couple. It's not about us parents. It's about the couple. So when we are following the tradition, we are asking what's supposed to be asked, and we're doing it the right way, we are contributing to the success of this marriage. So he's saying that if you do things the right way and you have the best interest of these new couple at hand, they're going to sit on a chair that will not, the foundation is going to be strong. It will not shake. You know what I mean? So we all have to be looking for the best interest of this couple, and we have to focus on our tradition, not to adding and subtracting things for our own benefits. So it is important that we focus on that and do what is good for our tradition, what is good for where we come from, what is good for these new, couples. So it's important we follow that. So that's high level of what Torgbui was saying, but it is very much important that we keep our tradition and we do what is best for these children. It is very much important, because when they get married, they are married to the family. So they are now become your child. When we say sister-in-law, my son-in-law, my sister, my daughter-in-law, it means your family. Because in Africa, when we marry our family. So they become one. So it doesn't make sense for you to try to be greedy and try to, scam them, make them spend all their money on these expenses, on these things that is not even part of the tradition. And then they're going to be struggling. They're going to be struggling trying to feed, themselves, and have to pay all these debts like we discussed last time. So let's be a good sheep, because a good sheep gives his life for his shepherd. A shepherd gives life to his sheep. That's what I'm trying to say. A shepherd gives his life to, his sheep. So let's be a good sheep and do what is best for our, young couples. And your Torgbui, and Yannick Balinia Sopia.
Ma na vire la siwa nam. Ekpo magblevayi magagbela pa hambe. Tabe bia banu magavanye efe na nutu de bena ovaye a loan le bank alo ava loan la mare so abio onuta o donaga achowo esronede.
Okay.
No o donaga.
Oh, FIA more on it. FIA more on it. Me blowing you so mom dollar no well.
nuita uma dona gacha wa esrona de wa como se celesi
Okay.
comme se celesi que susu ya be ne game lasio ye ne va edoga afi de sron enu bubu ga enye onu abafu fofo ibe vijiji na
And
operation
exactly.
agba va edoga
Eko
ka
jawe
ekaye Itale ve ugbo vevito la Africa ne eba ikpo ji ola obe ye jibe ya desro ola bia obe esugosua osogbe ya
Yogbea.
osogbe ole biwa dola siwa elewo doa ye egala siwa but le mia ugbo a mia be system ya e provide be water loan do you understand mia obe system a yenye mabe evune be ya flow après ne be ya tuwa system and talk you maybe you can buy
Yeah. System
credit.
and block o system a webe a block o daro fie game
Yeah,
system a
yeah,
onya ke we system
yeah.
a le fie say I know.
People go na mata
Yeah.
system a ke bloquer mia. Each time you have a culture, each time you have a culture.
C'est ça.
Donc à l'emia obola, it's no problem. Even on wa be vigiji iba chick operation. You can even still go for
Et
more.
frère, on l'a tu après. C'est ça.
But le mia obola Africa la, it's not like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Even here, it shouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah. Tamia we susu ya be mia jilao mi magatutu amadebe nutu.
Todo family.
Akode ye obato so kluvi na odedeu. Ne baba trosu kluvi na so manya kluvi na miao alo mia be vio. Ne baba trosu kluvi le so de ben common.
Yeah.
That is wrong. My global be amanovi de toi manyama beketo. Po mayemi do. Po makemi toi eje mi akpolo.
Yeah.
Madak pe no kata.
And your
Eyi dagbele nye siana be nyonu akwa. Eji de ko ni ela nyoro.
And your akpe mi adakpe na mao. And your Torgbui, what is your closing comment? I do be now. I'm working by me a closer. What are you going to say to Torgbui?
Yo akpe gba majiba ma dogbe na evinye Mr. Mensa Komla.
Mensa Komla.
Yeah. Elle Boston da la Betwame. Et Madogbena Vigne Abdallah Haley le Canada.
Amen.
So pe via owe home to togbe vinyo keke le Canada. Madogbena kata. Wo ponami. Wo ponami ta Madogbena. Na ICC be church que le Canada, le Québec, ICC.
Okay.
Member the senior pastor, assistant pastor, 2 semaines plus de came au clos le FIMA. I'm very happy.
Okay.
Et avec au computer de Janam avec bébé. Ta maune ira tronye. Lenye hado la kata nye company me view kata do bueno auto yo kata nye kleo mi na so be bufu be ha bobo me be kamu be ma no nye bobo ple agbaja to yo le Ghana menye megbeda Ghana wa wo kona mi ma oni na mi gbogbo de lo.
Amen.
Starting with all wele donye wo maune do so e we nam kede Siana TV and I will be with you with Tiana. Thank you.
Akpe Torgbui, me dakpe no. So we thank Torgbui very much. So Torgbui was saying earlier, just because before we close, Torgbui is saying that we shouldn't be getting loans. We said that last week for wedding. So that means you shouldn't be borrowing money and getting loans to pay for your diary. Because if you do that, what is going to happen when the lady gets sick, when your wife have children? when you have to eat, what is going to happen? Are you going to have to borrow money for that? So he's saying it's just a no. It's in America here, you are locked in it. It's like it is like you don't even have a choice. They're making it so easy for you to get loan that he's saying that is a tradition itself. That's a culture itself in our country, in America here. But in Africa, we Africans, you are not supposed to borrow money for a diary or for a wedding, like we said last week. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to borrow money to pay for your wedding. It does not make sense. It is a really terrible way to start a wedding, a marriage. So that is something that we cannot do. And so he's saying, he's pleading to parents, us parents, not to do that, not to put the young man in the position where he has to go borrow money to start this relationship with your daughter, because your daughter is the one going to be suffering through all of this. So we shouldn't make things so difficult for the young man to be borrowing money, to be paying a diary fees and doing weddings and stuff. And young man, you shouldn't be doing that. If you're not ready, wait. If you're not ready, pray and wait, but do not go borrow money to start a marriage, to start a relationship. That is just a shaky ground to start with. So that's what Torgbui is saying. And then he was, greeting everybody that he was greeting. So I think Torgbui, we are supposed to have two parts of this. So because of time, we're going to come back, God willing, next week. Torgbui, we're going to come back and discuss our, the way we raise our children, the way we are supposed to be behaving from young people to older people, the things we need to know, the must know things that we have to carry, even in America, even abroad in Europe. We have to continue to teach this to our children, even our people like myself. We have to carry these things. We're going to discuss that next week. So I want you to share this with everyone you know. Subscribe to Siana TV, subscribe to Chatting with Nicole if you have not already. And I want you to please invite people, just word of mouth, invite people so that we can do this together. But until then, I'll see you on Sunday next week, 4 p.m. or 9 p.m. GMT. Et nyake Torgbui mi anto mi se nyake Torgbui blanc. Donc mi abuta mi akota mi abuta mi do 20 dem nya or dos 20 ne mi abe tradition anti kudo mi abe view chanti wa be future anti. Donc Torgbui Torgbui mi anto mi se mi dakpe na Torgbui bebe sacrifice eva kame e ole sozo gake a no kame kudo me le busy gake eva kame kudo me be ya fio mi nu ya parce que tradition le vevere ne. Donc mi pe don ti mi adakpe na Torgbui mi adogbedare Torgbui mi adogbedare famille okotata mi adogbedare e connexion ta connexion ta bena connexion ba na Torgbui ba no sesere ne bia ba no ba continue ba no fiomi e mi abe tradition ani okota mi abe de konu aga me ami gba nlo be olo. Donc ne mi le connecter abonné na Siana TV wa de kuku mi abonné na Siana TV. Okudo Chatting with Nicole mi abonné ne mi agba dogo dimanche prochain 16h Atlanta time, 16h les filles de Atlanta fait 16h ou bien 21h GMT les Ghana. Que mila mi a partagé liana mi siamelo ne ma ouve mi anwa mi la dogo les filles dimanche 16h à 21h lo. Mi anani sesere, bye bye. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys right here, Chatting with Nicole, Siana TV on Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 9 p.m. GMT. But until then, stay safe and blessed, and I'll see you on the next one.